Welcome to meditation. I'm Rebecca, and I am so very happy to see you on this extremely hot day in Atlanta and in many parts of the country and the world, I would imagine. We are experiencing, however you want to process this, the effects of global warming, and we are adapting to our environment being different, and for some people it's quite hard. I as you know, when you hear me cough, I have some respiratory issues, and the heat makes it harder for me to breathe, and you may experience some of the same things. So for today's class, we're going to learn or revisit a couple of pranayama, breathing exercises that help to cool the body. We'll try them, and then you'll have the invitation to use them more if you'd like, or to let them go, and we'll go into a guided meditation. So I'm going to teach the breaths first, and then I'll take you in to that quiet space and cue using them. So there are two breaths in yoga that we use, and they are called sitkari and shitali. And they have the same function, which is to help cool the body. They're done slightly differently, and it depends on whether you have the genetic disposition to curl your tongue like this. So I can do that. It's not a learned skill. It's just something you can either do or not do. So if you can do that, you'll be using that tongue shape. And if you cannot do that, then you will flatten your tongue. And what we'll do is inhale through our mouths. Now, normally in yoga, we inhale through our noses. But for this cooling breath, we will inhale through our mouths, either through the curled tongue, like a straw, or over the flat tongue, like this. And we will suck the air in, and then close our mouths and press the tongue against the roof of the mouth, and exhale out of yourっ So again, I'll talk you into this, but we'll inhale, drawing the breath over our tongues to cool us, like our beloved pets do when they're panting. And then we'll draw the air in, close our mouths, press the tongue up gently against the roof of the mouth as we exhale. Okay, so let's just try it. Take a moment to notice whether you are a tongue curler or not. There's no, one is not better than the other. And this is what the breath looks and sounds like. Okay, so that's with the curled tongue. And if the curled tongue does not work for you, it's like this. All right, release it. Sometimes working with breathing exercises can make people feel dizzy or make them feel uncomfortable. Maybe you just don't like it. So I suggest that you give it a try. Maybe try a couple, stop for a while, try a couple more, stop for a while, and just see what this gives you, if there's a benefit. And if not, then as with all things, we release it and let it go and come back to something different. So I'm going to take us now into our grounding, and then I'll cue you when it's time to bring in shitali or sitkari. So take a moment to arrive at your meditation space, taking time to create what we would call a meditative seat, which is just the position that you choose to be in for your meditation, whether that's sitting up on a cushion or in a chair, allowing space so that you can sit up nice and tall, allowing support so that you don't feel like you're slumping. Some people prefer to be lying down, maybe with legs up, maybe just lying on a mat. Just make sure that you can elongate your spine and that you're comfortable enough to stay in the position for the next little while. And if you become uncomfortable, please change your position, but try to resist all the little fidgeting, the itches and twitches. We do want to drop into a little bit of quiet. So before you close your eyes, if you haven't already, take a look around your space and find something blue. Maybe it's the lake on my screen, on your screen. Maybe it's something else entirely. Find a blue that's pleasing to you. Let your eyes rest on it for just a moment. And then allow your eyes to close or take a soft gaze, beginning to drop a little more deeply inward. Notice if you can see the blue in your mind's eye. Begin to notice your other sensations. What do you feel beneath your feet, beneath your hands, your body? Can you feel the air and the space around you? Notice what you can hear in your space beyond the sound of my voice. Whether the sounds are pleasing or interruptive or neutral, just notice. And then begin to notice your breath, just an awareness. I'm inhaling. I'm exhaling. Without changing the breath, without judging the breath, just creating some awareness of what's present. Allow the breath to become smooth and steady, flowing in and flowing out. In a moment, we'll begin cooling breath. And so I invite you to try a couple of rounds of shitali or sitkari, either curling the tongue or flattening the tongue and sucking the air in, cooling over your tongue, pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth as you exhale through your nose. Begin whenever you're comfortable. Take your time working with this breath and releasing it, knowing you can come back at any point in our meditation or any time today. So I'm going to offer a blue lake meditation. And again, you can use your cooling breath with this meditation or instead of, or not at all. Begin to feel your low belly, what we sometimes call the pelvic bowl, area between your hip bones, your belly, your low back. And see if you can imagine that in your pelvic bowl, there is a blue lake filled with cool, soft, gentle water, deep blue. See if you can feel this cooling water filling up the pelvic bowl. As you breathe in, imagine a gentle waterfall that draws the breath in like the cool blue water, filling the pelvic bowl, and gently, gently expanding. Feel your right leg filling with cool blue water, and your left leg with cool blue water. As you breathe, imagine this healing water expanding through the body, through your rib cage, through the cave of your heart, up and over your shoulders and down your arms, up your spine all the way to the back of your head, spilling over and smoothing out your forehead, your face, your jaw and neck. You are the cool blue lake, and you float in the cool of the lake. Let the water hold you, fill you, healing and cooling. We'll come into some silence now. Feel free to use your cooling breath or let it go. to deepen your breath, bringing small movements into hands and feet, arms and legs. Maybe gently rolling your head from side to side. If you're lying down, when you feel ready, slowly, slowly roll to one side and pause. And then make your way back up to sitting, allowing your attention to stay deeply inward for another moment or two. We'll seal we'll seal our practice with one chant of Om for the community we create when we practice together. If you'd like to join, bringing hands together at heart center, we'll inhale. Om Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Jai Bhagwan. May the light in each of us be victorious. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and with each other.